Um, wait, what? I guess I'm live, apparently. I didn't think I'd go live. Let's double check that I am, in fact, live. Yes, I am. Would you look at that? I am, in fact, live. Hello, all. Nice to see you again. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, for some reason I'm unable to see the chat. Weird. Hey, Galax. Galaxy. Hello. Wondering what country am I in? I'm in America. The United States. The US of A. Yeah. Do I sound like I have an accent? Or do I sound like I'm from Canada or something? I feel like I could pass. I guess I do say a lot, don't I? How are you doing? We're going to loot a few more bodies that I apparently forgot. So your post about some foreign snacks, I was wondering what country you were in. Oh, you can pass as a Canadian? I know I definitely could. Um, no, that was a potato. Yes, potato has been has hacked my account. She's in Trinidad. So yes, the hacking is what caused that. Yes. But no, I'm American. Born and raised. Yeah. Yes. I know. She has I have been hacked. So she has now become the social media manager apparently. But yeah. Now, I have family from Chicago, so more than likely my accent is probably like a half Chicago accent. The new Sonic Racing. I don't know. I haven't heard about that. I have never played a Sonic game in my life, so probably not. Is it like classic Sonic game? I've seen videos of it. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard the Sanctum Navis. Oh, sorry, the Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest... What? Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths become short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. Decide not to make use of the charm that could inhibit her powers. Yes, I did not. Without even looking at the Vox Master, she waves away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Okay, of course. Yes, yes, yes. It's a racing game where your vehicle can change to an aircraft or a boat when the track changes terrain. Oh, that sounds like fun. There was, what was it called? Not Spy Hunter. Maybe it was Spy Hunter. It was like this really, yeah, it's like 20 years old. But you essentially had a vehicle that could transform between car, boat, and plane, depending on where you were at. And it was like a, go as long as you can type of a thing. A lot of characters in the DLC pass will have characters from SpongeBob, Minecraft. Oh, really? Man, that does sound like fun. Yeah. Yeah, lately I have been addicted to the, well, kind of addicted to this. I've been trying to be good because I have all these other responsibilities. So I've been playing this once a week, but oh man, it's hard to stop. Um, Okay, Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then lowering her lashes, slightly turns to you. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Cassia lets out a small exhale. I've not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. For that, I'm grateful. I'm also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. Uwe served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium, and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence enveloped me in a cloak of amber. But now I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, a canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. I mean, that sounds like Expedition 33. She's a paintress. Why are you asking for that? You're asking questions, the answers to which you cannot comprehend. Perhaps I will explain it all to you at a later time, but now our time is too precious to waste. As a navigator of House Orselio, I will give you my word that without canvas and paint, we have little hope of smooth journey through the warp. I have no reason to lie. Why not red? Uwe will give me his blood before the ritual, as always. Okay, great. What a lovely person. Great. He can use his blood. Okay, I shall ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I will ask that you do not follow. If you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it's open. Yeah. Very few. Alright. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between Lord Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Yes. Well, we did our first mission in Act 1, I think. Unless you count the prologue. Alright, the Voxcaster and the Sanctum Navis picks up this susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. Great. Come here, Uwe. Okay, rhythmic drip of liquid, blah, blah, blah. The faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurry away. So she's painting. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming water. Armadas drowning in fog, the path from one end to the other cannot be seen. And here beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes on in Tyler's pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie. That spring is here, the light is deadened, the great ruler is gone. He falls silent. Okay, my abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I've never heard the warp speaking through the navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. No problem. Okay, I'll leave the lady undisturbed. Soul-shredding scream... Soul-shredding? That's an interesting verbiage. Screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. Crazy. It appears the servants were part of Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what's left of them. Yikes. Crazy. Rogue trader. I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. My sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around my brush. Only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chamber to recover my strength. Send for me when you need me. Got it. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station Uric 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rycat system with a different destination, the station would have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives at the Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either focus our attention on disassembling the station and procuring technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. What is this? Profit factor? And this? Scrap containers? Okay, I will not stoop so low to pillaging. Now I'll stoop low. Okay, what are these for? Scrap containers. This item is immediately consumed, granting you 100 scrap. I don't know how useful that is. What about this? Profit factor is a representation of the relative value of the rogue trader's warrant of trade and what opportunities and resources it can call upon. Interesting. Well, I suppose I'd probably want to loot everything from jewelry to the very last manuscript. I don't know if I need scrap. I feel like that's probably buyable. Profit factor. Okay, as you command. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an engineer prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We're also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs von Kalix, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Yorick 5, so we should keep this in mind when making any future plans. Why is it always business with you? Couldn't you sometimes just visit and tell me how wonderful everything is? Certainly. If you're interested, this week passed with a record low rate of minor disturbances on the lower decks. Okay, thank you, yes. Lovely. Senior Technomat from Shift 8 came up with a new formula for a lubricant used in kitchen servitor implant maintenance. Okay, thank you, Victus. Alright, as it pleases you, Lord Captain. Saving game is impossible. Okay. So, leave the station. That seems easy. We already accomplished that. Uric 5 has nothing else to do. Also, we can't really return here anymore. We have Reichhead Majoris. Scan is required, so we could scan here. What else do we have? We also have a unexplored location. Reichadi Philia, the prison planetoid. Yes. And then what's over here? Unidentified void ship and Reichhead Minoris. This seems to be most of the things to do. I wonder if this is like a shorter mission then? I need to scan it. Lord Captain, there's some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardrobe, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Uric 5 first. I did go to Uric 5 first, actually. Can you believe I did something correct? Hello, Corey Green. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I have not prepped for this game, but it felt like a navigator was the most important thing. At least, you know, to me. But who knows? Perhaps you should find out what brought Cassia to the deck. Good idea. Where's the second place I should go? I was about to go to the prison. Yeah. You just did it last night yourself? Yeah. Yeah, I also did go back. Well, I streamed this whatever last week. I did go back off stream and I did all the... No, I don't have the DLC. But, yeah, I just had the base game. I was told that the DLC adds, like, a couple more characters or something, and, like 10 hours per of content. But I also was told that you have to, like, do it at the beginning. Like, if you get DLC, you have to restart. But yeah, do you have a suggestion on the second place I go to?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Yeah, I heard it was something like that. I know, I probably am missing out a little bit. Well, yeah, I haven't seen the sale on it. I probably could check it out. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they probably will do it at some point. But I mean, from what I heard, isn't this a pretty huge game? Rykard Minor is second. Okay. I was heading to the prison, but then I was stopped, so I might be able to switch. I know, it's such a good game. How can you not? This is honestly so much fun, I gotta say. Let's see here. Pleases me to see you're adjusting to your life aboard the ship.
Compared to Urak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically devoid of color.
Mm-hmm. Well, the events probably shook you up. Are you good?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Okay. I guess my servants are good enough.
No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Okay. I gained some experience. Perception test succeeded. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusting the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The natural appearance of the navigators often becomes a topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers. So it is unsurprising, then, that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. I mean, I don't know if what I did was wise, but looking through it, I decided to do the commissar or commander or whatever. I think it's commissar. So, seeing how that goes, I did mostly persuasion, and well, I will say I foolishly did a little bit of strength. And looking back at it, that was stupid. Well, I didn't know exactly how the combats would be like. I wasn't sure if I was going to need somebody else in the melee, which if I did, I was going to have him do it. But now I realize that was dumb. But oh well, you know, it might come in handy once or twice. I think he's from the Imperial world. Yeah. Okay, so you're fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
I did actually restart the game. Like in the prologue, because I was only in the prologue after my first stream, so I restarted the game, made another character, ran through it really quick, because I was doing Iron Man or whatever. So I couldn't like go back on a save. Like the Iron Man equivalent, whatever it's called, Grim Dark or whatever. And that run that I would say was objectively better, I ended up dying in that first boss fight. So then I had to either well, so then I decided to just essentially just go back to my first build, which was not as good. But anyway.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Yeah, I was hoping that would be the way to go. It does. I feel like in most RPGs, your main character needs to typically be good at talking. So yeah, I felt like that's usually how it goes. So that's why I went with it. Classic pistol sword officer type, yes. Yeah, that's what that's my intention as well. But at the moment, I did give him a sniper rifle because it was just so strong I don't have anyone to wield one yet, so I decided to hand it to him. But that was my first. That was my intention was pistol sword, because right, that's like the classic. But yeah. All right, I hope you have ample time to calm yourself.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
No, you're not distracted. Well, I mean, I enjoy the company. I like having the company. Yeah, I guess that's true. Argenta would probably do good with a sniper rifle. I think I actually do have two. I thought, or do I just have the one? I don't know. I mean, I got it right before the last fight I had, so I don't remember if I have one or two.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Oh man, is there romance?
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
I'm beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than common sympathy. Oh man, there is romance in this game. Okay, interesting. I don't know if I. She scares me. I don't know if I'd even want to have a romance with this lady. I have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it's just as natural to share them with others. Great, right? So to ask you to mind what you say is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. Bad. Flirting 101. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I believe this conversation has reached its natural conclusion. Oh man, that is funny. I don't know. I mean, let's just be friends. I'll just be friends with her. All right. Nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... My delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Some of these options are so rough. What I find childish is your manner of addressing me as if I were your friend and your mistaken belief that anyone here would be interested in hearing about your emotional turmoil. Man, that feels like the bad option. Yes. Oh no, it is, yeah. Yeah, I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of people. Just remember to keep your emotions in check. No, you can't do that. I mean, I do think it's funny where it's like, wanna bang is one of the options, and then it's like this long rant of calling her a child. Okay. But for whatever reason, if she's romanceable, there must be another option in the future. This lady's a little bit too weird for me. So I'm gonna say I understand. Yes. Yeah, very true, Corey. I love it though. I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known. as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Oh my gosh. Over and over again. Is it so bad that we're enjoying each other's company, or would you rather proceed straight to my chambers? Ugh. I don't tolerate idlers. I mean, officers know it well. Perhaps when people did not wish to disturb you. I mean, I'm just trying to be friendly. I'm not trying to be that friendly. Perhaps when people did not wish to disturb you. They totally, it wasn't unintentional.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
You are welcome. Nice. The romance options are giving massive. Yeah. I agree. Also, like that, like galaxy map view that you have. Yeah, for sure. Also, yeah, I did end up taking the rifle. But yeah, that I didn't. Yeah, I don't. Unfading Valor is good. But right, I don't like its range. Do I have a rifle? I have a las gun. What else do we have? Yeah, I don't think I have another rifle. Yeah, see, my main was the sword pistol classic. Hmm. Yeah, that does feel like a much better option, is to make Argenta the rifleman at the beginning. But Unfading Valor is good, is the thing. Where's it at? Yeah. But right, that rifle is just crazy. Because right, it could. I mean, when I did the fight that I had, it was essentially one-shot kill against anybody. That feels like that would be worth it. Also, what is nice is if she can't quite one-shot him, he can definitely put, what is it called? At all costs on her. On the enemy. I think that's what it's called. I think it's what at all costs. Yes. Do I have anyone not wearing a helm? Well, I could put it on you. What are you wearing? Requires a dogmatic follower. Immunity to critical hits. You're better dealing more damage. You're not dogmatic enough, are you? Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah, pretty much one-shots everything. Yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it did for me as well when I tried it. Yeah, we do have the Ritobi pattern las gun. I guess I could have that in the back, actually. I think that's just a better las gun. But yeah. I think Argenta is supposed to be the main DPS. Yeah, I feel the same. And also, I gave him the ability to, like, give ballistic skill whenever I use an ability on someone. So if I do that to her, she'll be a lot better, like a lot more deadly. By the way, man, Adira, well, the Psychers are interesting because, right, there's so much back surge or whatever you call it in this game. Back surge. Aftershock, I think is what it's called. I did, like, I immediately took the things to try to mitigate it because it was like, it felt like immediate. You have to do a lot of research to build a Psyker? Man. I haven't even seen the research yet. Is this our agenda? Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know why. I guess it was just a loading screen. Okay, so now I'm in the middle of the world. So you suggest Minoris? Let's do that. I mean, I will say that it sure feels like this is the way to go, because you're going to get new people, you're going to get the Machine Spirit fellow. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It is crazy overwhelming. That was honestly too much. That's when I stopped streaming, was, well, the first time, because there were so many options. I had to be like, okay, we're done, guys. I'm gonna have to check this later. So then the next time I streamed, I was able to prepare for a couple level ups so that I wouldn't be like sitting there scrolling through the whole time. But if I level up today, I might be doing some scrolling. But yeah. You're gonna hop off when you do the Minoris part because that's the part I'm on. Oh no. Okay. I get it. I understand, dude. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versarian's voice. In any case, I want to warn you in advance. Okay. This part is a little cool flavor. Cool. I do like Warhammer, by the way. Such a cool universe. I don't know it as well as I wish I did, but... This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. Aurelia Vent, a young woman, standing before Abelard, strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look up at him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Yeah, 40k is great. As much as I don't exactly like Games Workshop, 40k is fantastic. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant of Rilla Vent, requesting permission to speak. Never. Beheaded. I will not tolerate this kind of conduct, Abelard. No, I'll let her speak. I'll listen to what you have to say. Speak, Lieutenant. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on order to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I'm convinced that this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Abelard is in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff, glances at Sauerbach, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Versarian and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre. Yes, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we still have battling rumors that the hero that survived his execution was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader assesses the malcontents directly, he'll quell the unrest. I dread to think what problems you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps we will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. Okay, where does Seneschal Versarian come into this? I'll explain. Beg you to hurry, time's running out. I'll not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. Shall speak for as long as I see fit. There's an established order to the way things that are done on the ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I've always handled internal problems myself, so of course, when I received information about cultists hiding the lower decks, I took the matter in my hands. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora will find refuge on her ship. This part gave you a newfound respect for Abelard. Well, now I'm intrigued. Man. By the way, when I first, played in the prologue, man, because you know how, they have Abelard and Mort? kind of are like guiding you in the prologue, they were both like racking up kills, and there I am with my pistol doing nothing. Oh yeah, I love that part. I don't know why, but I did like that a lot. But anyways, you're far too heavy-handed, Seneschal. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors has driven the people to the brink. Now there's a strike on the lower decks in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection, but when I supported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Uh-huh. How did this start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who had been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it to the chain immediately, we reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to a head. You hated that part? Gave you cancer? Oh man, poor Corey. Well, I enjoyed seeing Mort completely destroy everybody. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed to see it. But I do agree that it took too long. But it did make Mort seem cool. But then the fact that he just died instantly, bogus. I don't know who killed Mort yet, of course. But who in the world could kill Mort? That guy was a beast. That was crazy. He just like slaughtered everybody. Abelard, what do you have to say for yourself? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objection. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower deck, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. Oh, man, there's a lot of options. I think it's implied Kurt did, but I'm more than likely wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if it... Yeah, I'm not sure. I do enjoy that Owlcat is growing with each game. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is the first game by Owlcat that I've played. I've heard that, like... I've heard from people that they prefer the story more so than the mechanics, but... I mean, I'm liking this game a lot so far. Okay, we should probably deal with this. This matter is not worth the rogue trader's time. Master at Arms, the ship's enforcer report to you, and yet you seem hesitant. Okay, let's go to the lower decks. Praise the Emperor. An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Sophomoric, I've never seen that word before. The other games are hard to get into. Okay. Do they have another game like, you know, on the horizon or something? Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go to Depot for myself and see the expedient resolution of the incident. Oh, it's like childish? Ooh, everyone's going. Okay. Interesting. I guess we'll go. I didn't expect this to be a fight, but I'll take it. I am very excited to see what the management is like, as well as the ship battles. I mean, maybe they're going to be lame, who knows, but... Wow, nobles. Yeah, they're doing Dark Heresy next? Man. It's his fault, all of it. Oh, no. He wipes the sweat from his brow in a startling human gesture and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and wariness to show through his armor like veneer. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Did he hear they were shouting your name? The people dared to disrespect the senior officer. Let's keep moving. Yeah. They were shouting your name. Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders, the mountain of challenges and the problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know my face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order, docking rations or lowering a bay's heating. Yeah, true. Can't be worse than Starfield space battles. Was Starfield really that bad? Like in terms of the space battles? I have heard that Starfield is a lot of fun, but I haven't played that one. Are the space battles like really lame? Let's keep moving. Okay. Well. Yes, must be where the workers sleep between shifts. Yep. Valve.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay. Feels like I shouldn't be...
I noticed something.
Yes, it feels like I shouldn't be able to loot things. Can I talk to him? Okay, exploring the sector. Okay. It'd be funny to loot things in my own ship.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
It's Starfield. Rough. Man, what's that other space game? The one, I forget what it's called, but it was made by Crusader Kings. I forget the name of it. Man, what was it? Was it like that game, or maybe you don't know what I'm talking about? The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avrilla, vent of the ship's enforcers, is barring the path of her superior Master-at-Arms, Sarabak, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached a boiling point. Concept of an entire ship planet is wild, very creative. Yeah, that is true. It is very interesting. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's been too long since I played it. Alright. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down: the first officer, the road trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears, Abelard mutters. Your lordship. Yes. Okay, what's going on? Deal with the striking workers. Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control? I came here to lead an investigative unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads, and you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. Okay, we encountered some locals on the way here. Their conduct was outrageous, even tried to throw things at us. That is true. Can I speak to the strikers? His mouth twists and he restrains himself. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Oh, fantastic.
A new challenge for me.
Well, do I have to... Okay. I guess I have to follow them. Alright, let's go. Hello. Wow, nobles from the upper decks down here to see us. A dozen pair of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. The children are freezing. We've done nothing wrong. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily. Lord Captain, you've come down to us? Okay. Yeah, we were attacked on our way here. Yeah, why are you striking? What's going on? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we were doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to hold bays for a week at a time so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of the enforcers. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness fall in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer. Yes. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidship and has no fellow feeling toward us. Lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. It seems pretty simple. Okay, we were attacked on the way here. What changes do you want? We look at this. The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us bilge rats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. I don't know if I like that. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. The enforcers stop hassling us. That'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. It's Portland all over again. Oh man, that's where we found ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dared to speak. The tall worker eyes you, yeah. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent. Well, I can guarantee coercion. I will lose a profit factor? Okay, well, I don't want to lose profit. That sounds awful. Coercion... Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to lose a profit, so I know I'm not going to do that. So that's what you did. With the order of the forces to be withdrawn? Never. Never. You failed to convince me of your trustworthiness. This unrest ends now. Everyone who was involved will be eliminated. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands, and we'll consider the rest. Yeah, I mean, that is what I'm feeling. I wouldn't want to give these guys guns, but also, yeah. Yeah, I think I do coercion, but I'm gonna ask Abelard his thoughts. I have not played Shadowrun. The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up a heretic amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the archenemy. We must not give them what they want. Even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity, that does not mean we are not tainted with corruption. What begins as petty thievery can turn into far graver problems. I've seen it before. In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and this whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of the beds with a metal choking vine. When it comes to scavengers, malcontents, strikers, or whatever they'll turn into next, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter. My goodness. Master at Arms, where do you stand? You're the rabble of rocks, and they'll take on an angry world. Man, classic. Check those out next. I also saw you did Tainted Grail. Did you beat it? Yeah, I beat Tainted Grail. By the way, for some reason, Corey, I feel like I've seen your name. Like, have you commented on a video in the past? On one of my videos? I could have sworn I've seen a Corey Green. Could have sworn. I play Tainted Grail and I do lore videos for Tainted Grail. That's my channel. And I also stream. And currently I'm doing King Arthur, so I'm very Arthurian legend, I guess. But I love Warhammer, so I'm having so much fun with this. It would be only, yeah, giving them weapons and recalling the enforcers would be folly. It would only be a matter of time before we had a full-scale mutiny. Honestly, they do have, man. To be honest, I kind of want to eliminate everyone involved. But since this costs coercion, you know, I always pop randomly on your feed. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I could have sworn I've seen your name. I was 99% sure. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to just do the coercion. I mean, this is a half attempt at trying to solve things. Man. A large part of me just wants to kill the dissenters. But I'm hoping that coercion is the way to go. What was your overall stance on the game? I played a few hours, but then Oblivion came out, I think. It was good. So version 1.0 of Tainted Grail was unfinished. It more so felt like a version 0.8, 0.9. It feels like it wasn't fully done. They did have a big release, like, I don't know, what was it, like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Yeah. Well, my character is dogmatic, right? That's the thing. I want to go dogmatic and iconoclast. Like, those are the two I want to go for. I'm still unsure which one I want to go full on. Because this is absolutely dogmatic, right? Because for the Emperor. Well, I guess this is more so. Or wait, sorry. Yeah, this one would be it. Yeah. He's not for the full game. Alright, you know what? I changed my mind. Yes. Kill the dissenters. I think that it just has to happen. Yes, that is true. They would probably kill everyone. Yeah. Alright, let's just kill the dissenters. Let's make Abelard happy. No, Lord Captain, I swear my loyalty to you. I beg you. And no, I do. Alright, yes, Lord Captain. For Depot 4! Alright. Suddenly, Lieutenant Vent stands in the executioner's path once again. Her face resembles a wax mask, and her eyes are wide with fear. Her lips are clamped into a firm line. If you want to mow down everyone Depot 4, you can start with me. Vent, this is treason. Sorry, I've let everybody down. Man, Vent reaches forward and grabs the barrel of a weapon aimed at the crowd.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I will fight if I must.
Okay. Cassian is an officer and your navigator. Yeah, voice of command is officer ability. I've used it. The higher your fellowship, the more targets characters are increased. And use the yes. I've done this. Bring it down. I have that as well. Okay. The dehumanization is wild in 40k. 100% agreed. That is definitely a running theme of the game. Is the dehumanization. Okay, so these are our allies, or the guards, right? Yeah, I probably, yeah, maybe I made the wrong choice as I think about it, but oh well. Alright, I want Argenta to go back. I'd rather not take damage. She is ranged. Oh, she's going to start off, though. So actually, maybe she can just go back here. She can do run and gun, and probably just not move at all, and then take a couple shots. Alright. Adira can use her ability from there, I believe. Yeah, we're just going to go back. We'll let the guards deal with this. I don't want to take any wounds. You can be in the front, buddy. Right there. I don't need to take a wound. Let's have you go there. Okay. I'm satisfied. Alright, so we're just going to do the run and gun in order to take 2 shots. Actually, what are our odds? 95%? That's pretty high. Yep, alright.
I'll do it.
Just doing this to take multiple shots. Yeah, we can just take some hits. Yeah, that would probably work. Maybe I should get some guarantees.
Eradicated. Faith without each strike is a prayer.
She's pretty crazy good. Fantastic. Alright, so it's going to be me and then Jocasta. Jocasta can run right through, which is good. I do have my well-maintained stub revolver. I could just move up and... Alright, so first off, we're going to be doing our voice of command. What do I want to place this on? I don't want to do Adira. Alright, let's just do Abelard.
Not a problem for me.
Now, I can probably just... I could do a... You know what? Yeah, let's do a bring it down for Argenta.
Already done.
Who's going to take yet another shot. Kill whoever she wants. Okay, another one down. She's a little bit on the strong side. Alright, so I could do all at all costs and take a shot. Yeah, maybe I will.
Nothing I can't do.
These guards are probably going to be taking the hits. Let's move up a little bit. Oh, whoops, this one. Man, I don't have good odds, do I?
All too easy.
Oh well.
Look out.
Okay. Okay, Adira. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to a lot of people.
What? Be gone.
Light sources grow painfully bright. Just don't die. Alright, we can analyze you. That's fine. How many? You just have 2 stacks? Alright, we'll just leave it there. I don't remember why she got second turn, but she did. Okay. We can do a Psychic Shriek. Yeah, let's get rid of him.
On it.
Fantastic.
I can't stand it. Ah! Quick, quick! Oh. Break their morale! Ah! Weapon at the ready. Ah! Death to the heretics!
Alright, so what is her ability? She has a lidless stare. All creatures in a cone in front of the navigator take 13 to 16 damage. The affected targets must also pass a plus 30 bonus willpower resistance test or become stunned. That's it. That's annoying for them, which is just what I like to see. Let's do another bring it down to Argenta.
That is foolishness.
Or not. Just kidding. Okay. Could give it to Idira. She can do the psychic scream thingy. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, psychic screech.
Farewell.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, so she can just do a strike, or I could move up and do a lidless stare. I kind of want to attempt it, but I also don't want her to take a big wallop, which would probably happen. When are you going? He's going to go in quite a while. Who's next? Yeah, the rabble. Yeah, that would hit them all. Alright, let's do it.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Oh my goodness. She's insane. Okay. Alright. That was crazy. My goodness, Abelard. Wasn't that crazy, Abelard? Okay. We're going to run up. We're going to do our charge.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Yes.
One fewer target.
Oh my goodness, already dead. That pistol burst.
I took care of this one.
Yeah. Bro's murdering innocents. I am. Cool stream, though. Thank you. Oh, you subbed? Oh, man, awesome. You have to head out then. Okay, immediately restore all AP and MP. Gain +4 MP until the end of the turn. Does not lose MP. Okay. So I can go around and just destroy everything.
We'll
Sounds like a
rule
good
the
plan.
stars themselves. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Oh yeah, I can't. Oops, I can't do that twice.
My
Kill
place
him.
is at the fore. Reduced to dust.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out. The typical people who hang out
Victory
are
is
not
imminent.
here today. There's usually
I
like
took
3 or
care of
4
this
of them,
one.
but they're all busy and stuff. But yeah. So another time. Hopefully you'll be able to meet the other guys. Ooh. Civitas pattern autogun. Well, okay. Not as ooh as I first thought. That works for me, though. Alright. Well, the innocents are all defeated. We leveled up with the most insane leveling system ever. That's completely simple with no choices. Okay. Man, look at all these. Okay. So what do they suggest? Blood of the Martyrs. I already did focus, yeah. Blood of the Martyrs. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, the ally gains temporary wounds equal to 10% of their maximum wounds plus 5. Not too bad. We also have Commanding Voice. The range of the officer's abilities is increased by plus 3. The range of voice of command is increased by plus 6. I like that a lot, actually. Probably going to do that. Inspire Courage. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an ability for the first time, the ally gains some wounds. No. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action, that ally's resolve is increased by plus 1 until the end of his next turn. And it stacks. No. Or plus 3 resolve. No. Alright, let's do the Commanding Voice. That sounds fantastic. Fellowship. Yeah, probably the way to go. Alright. Now, hopefully, these other ones are also going to be easy to decide. Reckless Strike. The warrior's next melee attack gains plus 20% armor penetration and plus 8 damage and ignores 12% of the target's parry. Every enemy who survives an attack enhanced by this will attack the warrior in return, including creatures with ranged weapons. I mean, that's not bad, though. Sworn Enemy. The warrior marks a target, granting plus 22% armor and plus 6 damage on melee attacks against the target. If the target attacks a warrior, the warrior gains plus 1 AP. I mean, I'm assuming this is just for him. I mean, so what is this for? So I could do Sworn Enemy, I can charge in, then I could attack, right? That's the intention of this. Because then that would give me plus 6 attack twice. Reckless is a one-time thing. Cooldown 1 round. They both just cost 1. I kind of feel like Reckless Strike, but Reckless Strike is also just so dangerous, right? Does it say how long it lasts? No. Yeah, it doesn't say how long it lasts. Yeah, sworn enemy will be plus 12 damage. This will be plus 8, but this also is armor pierce. I don't think I have too much stuff with armor piercing, and that is my concern, so I'm going to take that. Let's do athletics. Yeah, because he's very athletic. Even though he's an old man. Alright, so we have fresh target. Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack deals 14% more damage to that enemy. That's not too bad. Instant exposure. Exposed weakness costs you 0. That's not bad. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage in armor penetration until the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Exposed weakness also reduces enemies' toughness and will. Alright, I guess we'll do fresh target. And, yeah, let's see what we need to be good at. So her and Cassie are tied there. Yeah, we need somebody with high intelligence. It looks like it's going to have to be her. Crazy that the crazy is the intelligent one amongst us. Alright, next we have Argenta. Alright, Argenta. Ballistic skill, obviously. Alright, dash. 0 AP cost. The soldier immediately dashes in the selected direction, spending all their movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Allows the soldier to dash through allies and enemies, but not through obstacles. Not too bad. It does let us get out of dodge. Controlled shot. The soldier gives a sign that they are about to open fire. The soldier and their allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Ooh. That's actually really good. Both of these are actually really nice. Yeah, I'd probably prefer controlled shot. I would hate to have somebody in the way, then I shoot them. I mean, especially with the amount of damage she deals, we should probably ensure that she doesn't shoot our allies. But then again, dash would let her get into the right position to take a shot in the first place. And also it is more survivable. All right, let's do dash. Let's her escape. And the last one. Okay. So she has Inspire Courage at the moment. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an ability for the first time, he gains some wounds. Not half bad. So Focus is what I currently have on ya boy, giving some ballistic skill. These bonuses stack, but half the stacks are lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. Personal Oversight. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action... Yeah, I've seen this. +1. Steel Resolve isn't all too good. Commanding Focus isn't bad. Okay, let's do Focus again. I think. What's Blood of Martyrs? It gives more health. Right, so I could make it that what she does is essentially hand out hit points. But Commanding Voice is probably too good to pass up. So let's do that. Let's gain some range. Let's give her Willpower. She's currently the highest on that. She doesn't... I mean, I guess she does need Fellowship, doesn't she? Yeah, she does. Because that's her skill, but let's do Willpower instead. Okay. We did it. Alright, let's get out of here. I have an urgent matter to discuss with you, Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Well, are you pleased with your investigation? You made a harsh but necessary decision, but before that, you danced to the tune of a panicking junior officer. You put your life at unnecessary risk in the midst of a potential uprising, and your actions triggered everything that followed. If you hadn't given Lieutenant Vent false hope and then snatched it away, she wouldn't have snapped. You had no business going anywhere near the lower decks. Is that how you see your future at the helm of Von Valancius's protectorate? There's some truth in your criticism. I should say so. You simply needed to trust me. I would have handled the situation myself had you decided not to intervene. Yes. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora, do you think that she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she didn't. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to the grand designs of the Protectorate, as any true strategist and road trader ought. Okay, maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard the ship, and I will not repeat your mistake. I would be only too willing to trust in my seneschal and not fill my head with such matters, but the situation had spiraled out of control, Abelard. That probably is true. You're right, at least as concerns junior officers making complaints directly to you. And I lost my temper. I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Von Valencius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds a sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon the incredibly reckless venture Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with. All the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. Is that one? Okay. One of my senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what's happening on the planets. I'll tell you this honestly without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I'm not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I'm duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. A lot of options here. Let's see here. I'll just go with the first one that I agree with. I understand we need to learn how to respect me. The prosperity of the Von Valencius Protectorate is just as important to me. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is an aberration. Hey, kid! Fellow attic winners? Attic winners, uh-oh. By the way, we have a, well, I don't know. The guy that was in here, Corey, he said he'll be back, so, well, in another stream, I think. Hello, kid. How you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I won't make the same mistakes as her. Yeah, stop living in the past. You. I've seen very little confidence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedure. Man. Yeah. You climbed a mountain today? Oh, man. You climb mountains so much, kid. It's like your favorite pastime. I swear. I'm glad you see the value in the foundations laid down by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause you any further consternation, Captain. And now please let us have the lower decks. Let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. Alright. By the way, Masha had messaged me that she wasn't sure if she'd be making the stream much this week. Just so you're aware. I will miss her. She was like the #1 commenter. But she's getting better though. Right, because she's doing her her therapy, physical therapy. Can't quite climb a mountain for a minute. Okay. Now let's grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. What? Raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, those you met in a previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? Matters not. You are not alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of the Kunrad Volkver's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you, a nightmarishly slow advance. Yeah, step back. The dead only draw closer and closer, and your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen, accept your fate, champion. Let their demon blade away, never. The sword's master, not the servant. You feel the sword's immense weight pulling you down. You resist its will for a moment longer before collapsing to the ground to the sound of odious laughter. The strain is such that you fear your back could break at any moment. Vogue, the first dawn, is hereby woven into the tapestry of your fate. Seek the second dawn in the hands of she who rises above the future, Dominion. The former aspirant fell, and thus the new one will become the chosen of the Weaver of Destinies. Make mortals serve you as their god and become the vessel of the Edge. You awaken from your vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. A foreign presence rises up out of the deepest, darkest recesses of your mind. The cut on your hand burns like acid, and an alien consciousness in your head greets the pain with a discordant wave of barely intelligible voices. A dogmatic, get rid of the shard. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want the shard. Quest failed. I don't want it. You'd rather die than touch that thing again, as you reach a shaking hand for your Vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Yeah. I ain't a heretic. Never. That's still there. Yeah. Polished skull of an unknown Xenos. Crazy. What's this? Link your account. Oh, you will be redirected to a webpage. Okay, never mind. Okay. What's this? Lord Captain's Chronicle. Ancestral Records. Oh, sure, okay. Whoa, 495 people. What? Too many. Vault? What's in here? I can stick things in here? I probably want to sell this stuff, but I don't know really how. Can I sort by specification? No. Yeah, I wish that there was a rarity system. That would make that a little bit easier. Okay, just stuff to look at. Alright. Assuming we go out here. This is where we came in back in the day. I guess not. Where's the way out? Well, we left this way a long time ago. Must be here. Yeah. Okay, greetings, Lord Captain. Alright, let's go. I feel like that was a pretty long sidebar. We had 3 events. One of them being exceptionally long. Alright, Rykad Minoris. Begin scan. Cool. Alright, so the starport. Okay, Rykad Minoris added to the world of the Expanse. Great. Extraction. Mobile mining outpost assembled in the accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Surf clan assigned to it will devote themselves to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of the resources needed by the rogue trader. Alright, let's go to the starport. Looks like we're entering a little bit of a war zone. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who's firing at who. Halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing! A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgore. Alright, so our skies are on lockdown, and the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happened to land in the rear without a scratch to show for it, and on a shuttle like that. Where did you get it? Stolen from the palace? Grab 'em, lads. We've got ourselves a rebel landing force. Evlard turns purple. By the holy throne, what is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Must be mistaken. I'm rogue trader of House von Valencius. Evlard, enlighten the rabble about the proper manner of greeting the God Emperor's chosen. My goodness. I'm the rogue trader von Valencius. Give me a status report. This instant. How dare you, commoner? Yeah, I'll say this. I'm the rogue trader von Valencius. Give me a status report this instant. The mixture of awe and terror snaps his attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplar soldier, and barks. My mistake, sir, at once. His starport is under the control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sir... Grenade. Explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back. Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Lasse? I don't know. Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? Some dirty dog nearly shut down my shuttle. What's going on? Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? We're in a war zone. What's going on? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower level sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs. Vox hubs? Use the technology used to... Oh, yeah. That's the recording. The arsenals and the mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykad Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went down to the Groxes. The tech priests linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for the landing on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something isn't right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us. You were late to arrive on Menoris. Oh well. Didn't exactly have an option. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. Who are you anyway? Well, he's a sergeant. You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. It is people like you that hold the Imperium together. I live to serve. Okay, do you happen to know about the... Hey, Potato! Hello, Potato Holmes. How's the K-drama going? Also, we got a new subscriber. Corey Green. He was here for a while. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition came here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face is filled with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sir. Okay, I'm going to see the governor. They may report as long as the rebels keep shooting their anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send you with on the escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line. Nice. Okay, reach the upper way, destroy the ancient anti-aircraft battery. You took a break. You were trying to look for your earring, turned my mattress over and everything, still didn't find it. Man. I'm sorry, Potato. I really am sorry. That's a shame. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank in epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to my last drop. Okay, I will see that your heroism is noted. You're a fool, the governor. Okay, a good fighter would have long since reclaimed the starport. Move out, attack. No. You're doing great. Heroism is noted. Yeah. I'm telling you, someone might have grabbed it. I live to serve. Another explosion. With relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Rumors. On your travels, you will hear many rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attention are logged in a separate section of the Journal J. Sometimes rumors are just that, other times there's a truth to them, and in some cases there may even be more. To verify a rumor, travel to the place indicated on the rumor's description. While traveling the Cronus Expanse as the rogue trader, you are bound to hear rumors regarding your own deeds and exploits, some of which reflect the reaction of the Expanse's denizens to choices you've made. That's fun. Okay. Man, all this loot. Loot. Dead body. Mine.
May his light harden our hearts. New trials await us in this place.
It's going from bad to worse. I expected a typical dull reception with the governor. Not more carnage.
Alright. Just grab everything that we can.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Are you ready to die?
Okay. Let's see. There are 13 enemies. Oof. So there's 3, 4, 5 on the right side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the center. There's some over here. I wonder where the others... Oh, they're in the back. Ooh, that's a lot of enemies. Okay, so Adira is going to be going first, followed by Argenta. Yeah. Argenta could probably go hide over there. Now, Adira... Oh, wait, she isn't going first. Never mind. Oh, she should still hide. Adara can stay over there. Cassia is probably going to do her weird psychic screech thingy. Think about it. Maybe Cassia wants to stay back. I don't want her to take damage, right? So have Adira go there. Avalite there. Tomato, can you get there? You can. Yeah, that'll work. Cassie is kind of in the back. Yeah, she won't be able to do her psychic screech, actually. Yeah, no one can get in the corner, can they? Yeah, okay. That'll work, though. I don't want her to get too close, because she might just get flanked. Okay. Alright, so we could just do a hit. What was the new thing we got? We got, no, not exposed weakness. Alright. I can't take cover over there, so I should probably just stay in the back. Let's just go for a kill here.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Yes, an unfortunate turn of fate. Now let's expose weakness on somebody.
Anything else?
Okay.
Onward! Here we go.
Yeah, come on. Run faster.
Let's get to it. Hold on.
Hold on. Let's get to it. Alright. Ow, ow. Yikes. That's a lot of hits against that guard. Woo. They killed him. Ugh. Missed Argenta, as they should. Alright, so what I'm kind of thinking is, let's do run and gun, so I can take 2 shots. I'm pretty sure I'll get some pretty much guaranteed kills here. He's going to be going soon, which I don't like to see that. 77% chance to get rid of him. Yeah, where are these people in the turn order? This guy in the back, he has way too much health. I could deal with him. I can't deal with him, but I can hit him. As I could do a Deadeye shot. Yeah. What is the difference? Single shot with the weapon. This one does what? Precisely aim with a plus 50% bonus to the effective range of the weapon and 10% hit chance. Well, that's just strictly better. Okay. I don't quite know why. Oh, this cost me 0 AP. Oh, but this cost me 1. Alright, that doesn't really matter to me. Because I have all this AP. So let's kill this guy. Let's attempt to. Ooh. Didn't kill him. 3 health left. Yikes. Yeah, let's try now.
As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's
Man,
judgment.
crit. Good dash out of here. Mildly tempted to do so, but she actually can't get very far. So let's just end it. He was behind full cover.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, he's the scarier one. Good dodge. Alright, so we're going to charge in. We can use this ability as well. Reckless Strike. Yeah, let's do
It
that.
will be done.
Then we're going to do a charge. We're just going to run right in.
Indeed.
Ooh.
At your beck and call.
Nice. Let's
I
do a
will do
brace for
my duty.
impact, because we might get shot at. Whoops. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do a bring it down for Argenta.
Absolutely not.
Oh, not in line of sight. Ugh. Alright, can I do it from here?
Let's
Yes.
see how they respond to this.
You cut your finger? Oh no. I guess something dug me while I was turning over your mattress. Ugh. I'm sorry, Potato. That's rough. Man. It stings? Oh man, well yeah, you need to make sure you're okay. That is important. Should have done voice of command to her first, but she did get the kill. I guess we'll do a second one.
Suits my purposes.
Well, not second, but... Yeah, I guess if I'm far enough away, I should be able to get away with taking a shot. Let's do it.
I shall not fear.
You're gonna die? Being dramatic. You're gonna live, I promise.
Out of my way.
These rubies. Show me
They
what
hit
you've
Cassia.
got. Leave it, Scar.
Okay. Taking too much damage. She can't do too much. We can do another bring it down. They seem to be targeting her is the problem. I could make Tomato go. Another shot will kill that bruiser. Yeah, I can't quite get into the right position. Or no, let's go with the
Isn't this a job
Adira.
for the serfs?
As Adira can do this, the shriek.
Will do. Farewell.
Okay. Yeah, she can't quite get into the right position. She doesn't have enough movement points. Let's give a bonus to Abelard.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, I guess we'll go on this side. Maybe I'm closer to there, so the next turn I can run in. Alright, now it's your turn. Now, oh, I can kill all 3? Yeah, that's probably worth it.
I'm not so sure. No can do.
Oh, too far. Alright, so the only way to do that is if you run in. You do it from here.
They who discern the
Yes.
future own the
It's a
battlefield.
little bit risky.
Be gone.
Yep, we got all 3. Man, is that crazy. Alright, let's do an analyze enemy. We'll do it
On
to
it.
him. For analysis, yeah, maybe it's worth doing an exposed weakness.
But of course,
Oh, Tomato, I had an idea, but I don't know if it's something you would agree to. But anyway, I was thinking that you can have like a movie night on stream sometimes, even though your channel is just gaming. A movie night. That is an interesting idea to do like a watch party. I know that some people do
Make
that.
it quick.
Ooh,
Become like fire.
that was huge amounts of damage. Yeah, she needs to get out of here. Oh my gosh. I don't know how far she can really...
Doubt is for
Oh,
the weak.
Oh, that's as far as she can go? Oh, yikes.
I'll do
Furious
it.
Recital. Whew. Yeah, let's kill the guy in a
Faith
bag.
without deeds is worthless.
Ooh. I don't know, I missed that, but I did. That really hurt. Let's do Reckless Strike. Okay,
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
good. Yeah, I can't quite charge anyone. We're just gonna have to do another Endure.
Victory is imminent.
Maybe we can do it around Christmas, so when you get 1k subs. That's actually a fun idea, Potato. I do like that. I bet that probably could work.
My tactics are flawless.
I mean, it's better than doing what they wanted me to do to celebrate.
As the Emperor eradicated.
Okay, good job, Argenta. Oh, she can run? Or can she? Yeah, she's trying to get out of here. Yeah, I'll save that. Alright, so I could make this go off. Grants an ally an extra turn with full and full. During the extra turn, there's no attack limit. Yeah. Not too bad. This agitator is going to become a problem, though. So what is left? There's only two, but I only see one. Where's the other guy? One. Where are you? Oh, you're in the far back. Right. He's too far back there for me to be able to do much. Yeah, granting another turn probably isn't going to be enough. Alright, let's try it at all costs. I can't even see him? Oh. Yep. He's glitching out a little bit. Okay, we'll just end it.
Let's get to it.
Hopefully he just shoots at Tomato.
Curse you, miscreant.
Scared yet?
Just another
Emperor, protect the fallen.
Oh no, Abelard went down.
Do not dare ask.
Unavailable. Well, I guess we'll run in with Cassia. Can't really do too much then if she can't. I mean, I could make
Me?
Tomato go,
If you
but
insist, Lord Captain.
what can Tomato really do? Oh, Tomato can move. Yeah, I guess I could run in. Do some
suits
shots.
my purposes.
Okay, Cassie's gonna have to end. Adira's at full health. Let's have her run in and do a Psychic Shriek. Can't do that to him, can I?
Not
No.
this Scryer's job. There is movement in the Empyrean.
Okay. May as well do an Analyze.
Anything else? Will do.
Okay. Okay, 95% chance. That should get a kill.
I'll do it.
Great. Alright. I have a few temporary hit points. I'm gonna have to just walk up and do a hit, I think. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll go behind him, I guess. I don't want to accidentally get hit.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Man, I'm a little bit worried. You do voice of command
Nothing
to
I can't
Adira.
do.
Also can make her activate. So we'll do another Psychic Shriek.
Anything else?
Okay. Could go on my next turn. Oh, good. He didn't do anything. As it should be. Let's make her...
I'm afraid
Ooh,
not.
Let's make him...
If only that were possible.
Okay. Guess we'll try
I
that.
have read tomes of military tactics.
Okay, I see it.
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, she needs a ranged weapon of some sort. Alright, let's just do the Psychic Shriek. That should be it.
Was farewell.
Oof. Man, we have 4 injuries. That was rough. Ooh, wow, look at all this stuff, though. Okay, collect all. That's a ton of things. Okay, so we're left with 2 injuries that we can heal.
I am at your service.
Yeah, what happened to you? Crippled leg. This creature's agility is reduced by 20. Movement points are reduced by half. Oh, yikes. Can be removed and fully healed on the Void ship. Ah. That's pretty rough.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby.
Okay,
A
settled.
child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Okay. Yeah, their wounds aren't that
We shall
important,
prevail.
but yeah.
Color the uncolored.
Cassia needs another ability. This is kind of a concern. The fact that this doesn't do anything. Can I equip this? No, because she's not a psyker. Yeah, that is a little bit concerning. Alright, she needs something ranged, because she's in the back so often. Alright, let's make sure we don't miss any loot, because that's happened in the past. Don't want to risk it. Oh wait, do I have everybody joining? Okay. So Abelard has a pretty bad injury. And he is my tank, which is kind of scary. Alright, so there's something in the back. I can continue to something over there. Let's just move like that. Oh, lore.
Done.
Done. Written on the side of the shuttle, do not touch. Okay, perhaps there's something inside. Nice. What do we have? Commander Cloak? Okay, increase the range of officer archetype abilities by 1 cell. That's good. Probably works for her.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored souls.
Cassia, settle down.
So shall it be.
Okay. The sheer amount of judgment.
Victory awaits.
Blind madmen and madwomen. Oh wait, I missed one? Oh, there's more loot back there. Missed it. Is it up here? Oh, it's right here. Alright. Collect all. Ooh. Can I reach that? No. Yes, maybe. Alright.
Take a knee and bow before me. Show them no mercy.
Okay, so we have 15 enemies. The stream is buffering? Oh no. I don't know, Potato. I hope it doesn't stay that way for long. Oof. Could be your internet. Oh man. I'm sorry, Potato. I don't know where to put Tomato. I guess I could put Cassie up front a little bit, but that's kind of dangerous. They do tend to target her. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. Let's do the run and
As the Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
So I can take 2 shots. I mean, I have high odds of getting kills here. Hopefully she's okay. Alright, let's do it.
I'll do it. Each strike
Man,
is
is
a
she
prayer.
deadly. Okay. Is it that one?
None can escape the Emperor's
Okay,
judgment.
great.
Here we go.
Time to slaughter someone.
Time to slaughter someone.
Out of my way.
My heart
Whoa.
still beats.
Let's make it quick.
Well, Cassie's going down. Yikes.
I'd rather not.
I can't see him from there. Oh, the smoke blocks line of sight, eh? Can I do it from here?
Indeed.
So at the moment, I don't guarantee the kill. So if I do reckless, I should be able to get the kill.
I took care of this one.
Nice. Alright, Abelard. Okay, I guess we'll
At
do
your
a
beck
brace,
and call.
because you're in the middle of nowhere. And Adira. Adira's in a little bit of a pickle as well. So the whole left flank is pretty much dealt with except for that one agitator. I wonder if I can... Man, does this explode? Looks like it might. Probably does, actually. Oh, all these red barrels. This doesn't look like... This doesn't look safe at all. Okay, we should probably hit him.
Cover me.
With a chance to get a kill if we get
Would
crits.
you look at that? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Okay, she did okay. Let's do analyze on him. Then we can do this. Exploit weakness.
Let's get to it.
I thought that was next. Odd.
I'm here, maggot.
Let's get to it.
And a bruiser. Yeah, Cassia's gonna go down for sure. Because that was just, like, bizarre. I do wonder... Man, do I even do this? If I make Cassia go... I think that she can do her Psychic Screech from here, can't
Not a
she? I
problem for
hope.
me.
Let's... Time to find out. Yes, that's perfect. Perfect.
Isn't this a job for the sparrow you're clad in scarlet?
Ooh. Man, Cassie's insane. Okay, she did get there. Alright, so that agitator's gonna be annoying. So she will probably get the kill here. What I might do... Man, I know that that can explode now as a thing. Which is terrifying, really. I'm gonna do at all
See how they
costs.
respond to this.
Because that'll make it that if I hit him and if she kills him...
Already done.
Ah, 2 misses? Ah. Okay. So I can't kill the guy on the left. Alright, let's make somebody go first. I could make Argenta go. Take a shot. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I do have them gain some movement points. Yeah, let's do Argenta.
If I may,
Ooh. Doesn't have high odds. I don't want her to be next to the barrel. That's like incredibly dangerous cover.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
That great. She's gonna have to stay put to do lidless, but if it gets us
I'm
5
not
kills,
accustomed. Face the navigator's
probably
might.
worth it. Okay. Cassie is very deadly.
Here we go.
What are you gonna do?
Let's get to it.
By the manner of their death, we shall know them.
Okay. And the Minuteman can die pretty easily. So I can get rid of that bruiser. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to stand in the middle of the open in order to take a shot, but I kind of have to. That commander is not going to go down. Let's just kill the
Guided
bruiser.
by faith. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay. I can do Revel and Slaughter until the end of combat gains a huge
Doubt is for
benefit.
the
Let's do
weak.
that. Oh, he finished his turn, huh?
It will be done.
Okay, dead. Yeah, I can't reach him. We're gonna have to just do an endure. Man, He is
I'm
far
not so
away.
sure.
Adira is at full health. I guess it's okay to move forward.
That is not my destiny.
Not your destiny.
No can do.
No can do.
What is this foreboding?
No, so she can't really do too much. She can do forewarning, but that is a little bit risky. Who is that? Yeah, actually, I guess everyone's at full health, huh? Let's give it to ourselves.
But of course.
Because she has a lot of dodge. Let's make Argenta attack. I can take a shot at him. Man, that's a lot of health. Let's not.
But you, my emperor!
Ooh, big hit. Wow. So close to death. I guess we'll try to run in and do a
I shall not
do an
fear.
attack. 50% chance each attack.
Nothing of value has been lost. Hold on.
All right, the last guy. Whew. All right, Argenta. Does she have? Yeah, she does have
I'll
run
do
and
it.
gun. I will do that. Let's take some
Rejoice
shots.
in battle!
Okay.
Faith without eradicated.
Ooh, crit. Oh my gosh.
None shall stand in my way.
Poor Cassia.
I guide humanity between the stars.
Okay, this is actually not bad at all. Alright, the creature's weapon skill and ballistics are reduced by 20. She doesn't use those, so that's fantastic. Alright, Tomato. Time to see what you're going to be doing. So I have two choices here. Do I have tons? I guess I do. Let's look at all 5 then. We have Era of Authority. The officer increases an ally's resolve by 4 until the end of combat. Costs me 1 AP. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they will start their next turn with an additional action point. That's okay. Get back in the fight. The officer encourages an ally who immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, toxin, and stun. If the target is under the voice of command, they also gain some health. I like that a lot. Break their ranks. This ability can only target allies who have enemies adjacent to them. Until the start of the officer's next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to them. Okay. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they immediately make an attack of opportunity against an adjacent enemy, targeting the one with the lowest remaining wounds. Interesting. Move. Officer immediately grants an ally additional AP equal to fellowship bonus. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures. Okay, if the target is under the effective voice of command, it ignores all attacks of opportunity. It's not too bad. Take aim. The next attack will ignore cover and will double the effective distance. If the target is under voice of command, will ignore enemy block and dodge. Additionally, the damage from the attack cannot be reduced below 45% for any reason. That's interesting. I think we're going to be doing Get Back in the Fight. This, I think, is very helpful. If somebody is stunned, I can remove that. I mean, that's just exceptional. At least it should be. They don't suggest anything? Oh, no. Okay. Time to see what we're going to have to choose. There are tons of options. I'm going to absolutely have to think through this. A shield only occupies a slot. Okay, so I can... Okay. Swift movement, gain 2 movement points. Solid projectile weapon. Okay. Attack, deal +2 damage. I kind of do want to have better ballistics. I'm kind of low. I am kind of low. Las expert, minus 20% penalty to dodge against weapon attack. It won't die. Increase wounds by half the character's level. Instant retribution. Whenever the wielder successfully blocks an attack, immediately uses shield bash against a target. No. What should we take? Combat mastery. Master? And we gain no melee superiority. Nah, it's not important. What does Fellowship do? +5 to Fellowship. Not very useful. Chain Weapon Expert. Bolter Weapon Expert. Allows character to use bolt weapons such as... Okay. Is there ballistics? I will consider it if it is. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I mean, there's ballistics... Sorry, bolt weapon expert and then bolter weapon proficiency. That's not it. Okay. We're not going to be doing any of these. Doesn't seem like it would make too much sense. While the Commissar's ally is under the effect of at all costs, ally suffers plus 50% damage, but gains plus 2 AP and plus 4 MP. That's a little bit scary. Anytime the Commissar grants additional movement points to an ally, they gain plus 2 more. Yeah, I don't have that much stuff that does that at the moment. While he's adjacent to an enemy, all allies gain resolve. That's interesting. If the Commissar kills a target with at all costs, they can use at all costs once more. That's not too bad. It gives me a little bit of a buffer. All allies, excluding Xenos in the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristic as was the chosen for Humanity's Finest. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging attack ability or affects an ally with such an ability, the results increased. Okay, none of this stuff is all too good. Gain crit chance and armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. Their allies gain half that bonus. However, their lore of Xenos and Warp are always 0. That's funny. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype. Okay, I don't know if that's true. Well, under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain a +10 bonus to all characteristics and +2 resolve. That isn't bad, but I think what I'm going to do is, was it motivation? No. Show them contempt? Yeah, summary execution. So that'll give me a little bit of buffer if I make a mistake. That's the only thing that seems to be all too helpful with that one. All right, let's see here. Yeah, weapon skill is probably the way to go. I mean, toughness is good too. Yeah, toughness. For each point of toughness bonus, characters gain 10% wounds. It also affects the crew skill. Or I could get more damage or more likely to hit. I think I do want to get weapon skill. It's a little bit low. Does he have suggestions? No. Okay, well. Doing my part. No heresy. So he has a lot of the same stuff, but these are his class specific. All allies affected by Brace for Impact do not suffer the negative effects for melee superiority for the entire combat. That's interesting. Get in cover. All allies affected by Brace for Impact gain an extra turn with 3 movement points, increase your cover efficiency for 1 round. That isn't too bad. Get off me. Brace for Impact also allows the Navy officer to use any ranged weapons in threatened areas, knocks enemies prone, and pushes them 1 cell away. Interesting. Perfect timing. All allies affected by Brace for Impact gain cover penetration. The Navy officer also permanently gains cover penetration or scatter. All allies affected by Brace for Impact suffer only half damage from all attacks of opportunity. None of those are actually good. They're okay. I could make him go faster. That is very tempting. Grant plus 15% bonus to parry. That's not bad. The character can attack with a second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual 1 attack per round. Oh. Huh. Interesting. This attack suffers a -20 penalty to weapon skill and ballistic skill and costs +1 AP more, though. That is interesting. It would let me attack an additional time. That does seem to be what I'm thinking of, then. Oh, there is a ballistic skill. I missed that. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm thinking. The only other thing that might make sense is one of these, like granting the +3 movement points immediately. That isn't too bad either, but yeah, let's do it. We'll go the dual. Yeah. As I'm always dueling a weapon. Alright, Adira. I'm glad I'm given suggestions this time. Alright. Precise attack. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, that target's cover efficiency and block will be reduced. This attack will have extra hit chance as well. Well, yeah, that is good. Joint analysis. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal plus intelligence bonus more damage. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do joint analysis. Now, what is she prioritizing? Tech use? Yeah, so she's good at logic and tech use. Logic. Okay, rational arguments also helps. Yeah, cartridges more efficiently. Tech use. Yeah, I kind of want to do tech use. I feel like that's probably going to come in handy. Someone's got to do it. All right, next we have her. Yeah, let's go ballistic. I already did. I guess I can't go ballistic skill again. Is it too high or something? Huh. Okay, well, that's strange. I haven't seen that before, but maybe that's a thing. Man, Abelard. Let's see. Perception is on Cassia, so I guess we'll do agility for her. That's what it seems to be pointing us to. Now she has to choose another ability. The Emperor protects. The devotee gains a plus 3% chance to ignore an enemy attack. We also have the devotee gains 12% to armor against attacks of demons and warp damage. The devotee's resolve is also permanently increased by 1. Not too bad. I like passives. All enemies in the area of effect of War Hyman. So Tomato, will you be putting up the picture of the drawing that the small potato did for you? I guess I could. I don't know where I'd even place it. But I mean, I guess I could have placed it. Yeah. Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I have it right by my chair at the moment. But yeah. I was a little bit tempted also to post it. All enemies in the area effect of War Hymn or Furious Recital gain +1 stack of the Disturbed effect. Enemies that are adjacent to the devotee gain +2 stacks. All demons suffer damage equal to the momentum. Interesting. Litany of Hatred. Okay, gain +1 damage for single shots and attacks of opportunity. Flensing Faith. It is adorable. Well, she did her best. Didn't you just love the glasses? Melee Flame and Melta attacks against demons and psychers deal an additional 6 damage and gain armor penetration. Such attacks against Xenos deal an additional 3. Interesting. Well, so I mean that is specific. Yeah, she seems to be specifically attacking them. I could just get more ballistic skill. I mean, all it would give me is +5. I mean, I'm probably going to do it eventually. What else could I... Man, there's so many options, you know. Gain some dodge. I don't think I know this stuff well enough to decide on it. So I think I am just going to be getting +5% chance to hit. Probably not a bad call. I'm sure I'm going to want it one day. So let's just do it. It's probably too early to get it, but I'll get it. 10 out of 10 drawing. I agree. It is a 10 out of 10 drawing. 100%. Okay, so I could give her get back in the fight as well. The thing is, it also does give +12 temporary wounds. So it's not that bad, because it can do both. And for this one, it gives 1 action point. I can't think of too many instances where that's helpful. At least not at the moment. So that's what I'm kind of feeling, get back in the fight. Man, she's a lot of options, kind of. Glimpse of Faith. The target gains 30% increased hit chance of the next... Oh yeah, she does need another attack or something. Deals 13 to 30 damage to an enemy. The enemy must pass the willpower resistance test or become immobilized until the start of the navigator's next turn. Yeah, something like this. This is what I'm talking about. Notch of Purpose. Designates a square. The enemy closest to that square immediately moves up to 4 cells towards it. Interesting. These are very interesting abilities. Extra willpower and toughness. I like these. Waking Nightmare. All enemies within the area suffer a huge penalty. Zone of Fear. Interesting. Okay, yeah. We're going to do Hold My Gaze. So it'll be a single target attack, but now she'll have something. And we get to choose a common talent. Okay, do we have suggestions? No, we don't. Ooh, okay. Ebb and flow. Every turn, the navigator gains an additional action point. Every on turn, the navigator gains perception. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer extra damage from any source of warp damage. The bonus damage stacks. I have Oblivion. Every enemy in her line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 5. I do like that because it is a passive. Mastery of Time. Yeah, let's just do that. I have Oblivion. Let's make the enemies weaker passively. Alright. So, we continue. Let's see what we get here. Lots of stuff. Let's continue stealing things. So there's a trap to disarm, maybe.
It is my destiny to traverse the unknown.
Okay. Okay, Cassia.
We should deal with this.
Should deal with this. What are you talking about here? Oh, there's something over there. Whoops. Man. Oh, right there. I can climb down there. Didn't even realize. Awesome. Pyromancer's staff. Yikes. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll collect all. Alright, so we do have boots, skirmisher boots. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has a chance to gain movement points. That's probably best for him. He is like the skirmisher of the group. I should see if these new light stuff are better than what I have. No, this is identical. Yeah, this is identical. It's just the style at that point. Alright, and then for you, I'm sure that yeah, your stuff is just better, buddy. Okay. Just wanted to be sure. But we did get the Pyromancer staff. Let's take a peek and compare. So I do like the Lightning Arc a ton. I'd probably prefer it over Inferno. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so we're not going to do that. Man, there's a lot of stuff. Mezoa Pattern Sword. Wait. Is that better than what you have? No. Pretty close, though. Looks like it's pretty much identical, but yeah. I mean, obviously Babelard's is better, but it's very similar. Alright, so he's going to be getting this. That's definitely our second best weapon. Yeah, we have the auto gun. We have the axe I don't like too much. Yeah, I guess that we're good to go. We do have a bunch of scrappy weapons. And Fading Valor's in there. Shock Baton. I'm good. Alright. Let's continue. Alright, so there is loot up ahead. Right here. Nice. Medicate advancement. Or field medic or base skill medicate. Large medikit. I probably should put one on, actually. Or, you know, use a medikit, I'm saying. So
Sometimes
he
you
can't...
consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step.
You are in the presence of House or
We must act.
Okay. Settle down. Alright, so I'm going to give her... wherever it is, the medkits. She's the one that is confident in them. So she's going to...
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Ministration is a holy task.
yeah, she's going to do a couple of them. Just tomato.
Let me tend to your wounds.
So the
Back
other
into the fray.
the other wounds are we can't fix, so... Do I want to be in here? I guess. Hello. Glad to see you're liking the CRPG. You should try out Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous as well. Same developers and your favorite CRPG, highly recommended. Yeah, I have heard. Yeah, I have been suggested trying those out in the past. I will say it seems like the you guys enjoyed this being live streamed more so than being uploaded. So yeah, I probably will consider it because I feel like that is definitely like within my interest, and also does seem like you guys enjoy it, and I want to enjoy it too. So yeah, man, is that the newer Pathfinder one, or is that one of the older
Oh,
ones?
come on. That wasn't so difficult.
All right, took her 2 tries. Death World Origin Light Flak. All right, base armor property, 10% parry chance against melee attacks, +5 agility. All right, so that's a good thing to wear. Kind of want to put it on him. Yeah, I think I will. I think so. Cool, he looks pretty cool. Dapper. Very dapper indeed. Caustic smell must have fallen into the hands of heretics. Great. Good old heretics.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, was there anything else to test? I didn't think so, but I just wanted to be sure. No.
See? Right there.
Okay. It's a lot of traps. Go for it, Argenta.
Duty prevails.
Ooh.
Never doubt me. I better
A new
myself
challenge for
through
me?
my service.
Nice. Insurgents walked through the crowd right across the mind barrier, seemingly oblivious to the fear of death. Wrath is the second Pathfinder game of Owlcat Studios, the game they made before Rogue Trader. The first game they ever made was Pathfinder Kingmaker. Yeah, I've seen Kingmaker on Steam several times, but I never ended up getting it because, you know, there's always something else I was playing.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless.
Well,
No
that is
sense in
definitely on
shooting
the
them and
list.
drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive!
Knowledge find it, and let their enemies breathe knowledge.
What's he doing? Fall back!
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Oh, is this our next member? Pascal. Very cool. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he's alive, and you hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step. Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, blasted.
I am Rogue Trader Tomato. I mean you no ill.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
How did you manage to kill all these people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Hey, we have our latest member, and we're fully stocked. Insane. Alright, that's great. There's loot over there. Who is this? A Sergeant Malgar, Pilot Nemas? I remember that guy.
You are authorized.
I'm authorized? Thank you. Alright, 3 ranks available. Time for figuring everything out. Is this our intelligence guy then? Yes, it is. Yeah, Dira doesn't need to do intelligence then. Alright, so he'll go intelligence. We don't have suggestions. Boo. Alright, Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. I don't think that's all too important. Let's look at his main abilities here. Alright, Pascal gains 5 movement points in the first round of combat. Every successful melee attack grants Pascal some movement points. Interesting. Pascal gains plus 10 ballistic skill and 15% dodge reduction with plasma melt-a-weapon range attacks. Pascal's melee attacks apply the Machine Spirit Communion effect on all attacked enemies. I don't know what that means yet. Pascal's attacks and effects of the exposed weakness gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of a Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit. When Pascal uses Plasma Melta the first time in a round, he gains an AP. The Communion applies 1 more stack of exploit. Manipulator Mecha Dendrite attacks. Manipulator Mecha Dendrite attacks enemies in close combat, pushing them up to 2 cells away and dealing 10 damage. This attack has armor penetration. That's interesting. Huh. Well, that does give it a free attack, I think. Well, not free, but, you know, it doesn't... I don't think it would end my turn. Once per combat, the Tech Priest can use their Mechadendrite to restore the wounds of an ally once per combat. 6 plus medicine divided by 5 wounds. It's like 2. Overcharge protocols. Every time Pascal uses plasma or melta weapons, his damage with those weapons increases by 10% per stack. He doesn't shoot for a round, he loses the stacks. Prediction protocols, plus 20% dodge and parry reduction with melee weapons. If an enemy dodges or parries, then the bonus is doubled the next attack. An additional servo skull connected directly to the Tech Priest systems increases their perception by 10. What's his at? Well, it doesn't say. While Pascal is under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, his melee attacks deal an additional 15% damage and gain more armor penetration. And utility Mechandrite. It's equipped with all the tools to communicate with machine spirits, increase tech use and demolition. Huh. So he'll be my other melee guy if I do skirmish protocol. That is interesting. I don't know how defensive he is quite yet, though. But that's kind of what I'm imagining. The manipulator push isn't bad either. I might do that as well, just for another attack. I suppose if I'm in a melee, I can do this to attack enemies essentially twice, which would be good. Yeah, so it's either that or this. You know what? Yeah, let's do the manipulator push. Also could help to push an enemy. All right, next one. Let's look at what's suggested. Fresh target. One of the operative attacks an enemy that has full wounds, gain some damage. Exposed weakness cost 0. Tide of Excellence. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and +2 armor penetration till the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst shot. Okay. Exploit weakness. Also reduces enemies' toughness and willpower. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I kind of like fresh target. Let's do that. He is going intelligence. I like joint analysis, but what's precise attack? For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency and block will be reduced. And also, there's a higher hit chance. All right, let's do joint analysis. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal extra damage. Yeah, he seems to be the tech use guy. Let's do tech use. He seems like a techie, if you ask me. All right. All right, let's get
Follow
going.
my lead.
All these blind madmen.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Correct. Okay. What is this? Gas cloud grenade? Great.
Victory awaits.
I can see the agitation and fear of the servants beside me. But you, how do you manage to drown out their colors with me? Their dark hues dissolve immediately, and humility sets in.
We have Sin Skin. It's a light armor. Okay, base armor property plus 5% dodge if the wearer's agility is more than 40. That sounds like, no. Yeah, collect all. Sounds like something for her.
I have always desired only respect, not fear. It is good to know that my efforts have not been in vain. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, let's give her Sin Skin. I think. Yeah, she probably doesn't need the mesh chest plate. He might consider it. But this gives him an additional 5% armor and tech use, so this is just better. Also, oh, you only have one loadout you can have? Interesting. Omniscient Axe. Ooh, it's a big hit. A las gun. Isn't this a two-handed weapon? Yeah. That's interesting. Huh. So apparently that guy can wield two-handed weapons. Sure the machine spirits would listen to you? I bet they're real stubborn. Quit your whinging. I've seen the... Oh, must be whining. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to him. Of course they'll list... Kaboom. Alert, profane violation of the algorithm. Yikes. Well, let's try to not upset the machine.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay, logic, I have a 100% chance of success. Go, Pascal, go.
The machine god grants me insight.
I won't heed your cries.
Whoa, okay.
I will level you.
Oh, we'll never go. Okay, we have some turrets that that apparently are on our side. Argenta will begin. I mean, maybe this is too close for her, honestly. I mean, she can... Well, maybe that's too far. Yeah. One's too close, one's too far. Alright. We'll go there. Cassia, you can stay close. Where should you guys go, though? Abelard, he can go into full cover over here. He doesn't have the best spots for defenses. I guess we'll kind of hide behind that thing. Same thing with these two. Yeah, we'll just do that. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. 8 down, 7 to go. That was a lot better than I expected. Alright, let's do our run and gun just so we can attack multiple times. I'm sure this Deadeye shot can get a kill. What do we have? 95% chance?
I'll do it.
Sounds good to me.
It's a prayer.
And then we'll take another one. Anyone coming in soon? I guess him. Go for it.
Doubt is for the wicked.
So Pascal can do some burst fire if I get close. Sure, let's see him in action.
Tactical imperative dictates.
Oh, 4 misses. So what? Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't tell me what you can do ahead of time. Alright, Machine Spirit Communion. All weapons in a huge area gain additional effects. Allies' weapons recoil is reduced by half for 6 rounds. Enemies' dodge is reduced. Enemy weapons recoil is increased by half for 5 rounds. Allies' dodge is increased by 10% for 6 rounds. Analyze enemies. I know that. I know Expose Weakness. Machine Spirit Banishment. Reduce the damage dealt from the target's attacks by minus 15% for 1 round. Targets with the Reject the Flesh feature suffer 25 shock damage. Oof. If the target is a mechanism or a machine, it suffers 50 shock damage instead. Its characteristics are reduced by 10. Well, Manipulator Push, I got that. And Joint Analysis. Yes. Okay. These guys, I don't think that they're taking the damage. Oh, maybe they do, so it's because it's like introduction. Nope. Take this. Machine Spirit Banishment. Yeah, what do I want to do with you? Alright. Sure.
Running binaric override.
Out of my way! That was insulting!
Ow. They hurt Adira. Okay, so she can't get into another position, so I'm probably just going to do a Psychic Screech from here.
Not this grey as
Oh,
Joe.
too far? Yeah, barely. I guess I can do this.
On it. Farewell.
Alright, then we're also going to be doing a forewarning on ourselves.
Will do.
Take up defense over the body of the fallen units.
Awkward. Okay. Well, she went down. Abelard can't really do too much. Let's hide on this side.
tactically sound approach.
Yeah. Can't hit anybody. Okay. He should have done Endure, but oh well. As for you, let's just move over here and have her
Me?
activate.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. She's got another shot she can take. There's yet to go.
I refuse.
Oh. I can't see any of them? Blocking line of sight. You could have seen them. You saw them before. Well, I guess he can't take a shot, huh? Or she can take it if she moves up, but now she can. Okay.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do a voice of command.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Also helps her defend a little bit. I can do hold my gaze, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I can see him.
Do not dare ask.
Let's get to it.
Okay. Well, the turrets will just get rid of these guys. You know what? I want to see Cassia use her ability. I've never seen it before. Let's do it.
Try to die with grace,
Crazy.
at least.
Okay. Only costs 1 action point, too. Insane.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Oh, finally got a hit. That's so rare. Manifestation. Yo, what? Excuse me? What? There's a bloodletter? Dude. Excuse me. Are you sure? Yeah, so I can see both from here. Can I do run and gun, please?
That is not the Emperor's will.
No. I can do revel and
I
slaughter.
will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Just get rid of this guy.
As the Emperor commands,
Oh,
I
you
act.
missed. Crazy.
Integrity failure.
Pascal. Pascal's a dead man. You can do a manipulator push. I can run away, but that bloodletter is gonna get me. Man, I'm almost... I can barely even move. Can't shoot him. 24% chance, really? That's all you got, buddy? That's 76. Alright, let's do
The
it.
Elder Sire knows, comprehends all.
Okay, Abelard is not in a good spot at all, as per usual. Because he can't walk. Or, sorry, he can't, run over anywhere. But 21% chance to hit him here. Ooh. Also, if I may ask, since I got the chance to catch the Tainted Grail lore expert live today, ask one question regarding Tainted Grail lore. I'll let you finish the intense combat first. No, you can ask me. I'm good. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have the best shots here. His, movement hampering is pretty rough today. Alright, so the only way to shoot him is if I go here. And it's pretty low odds.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Got him once. His wrath is limitless, he says. Yeah, I can do an endure, but there's no way I'm getting attacked.
Ah!
I can do hold gaze. Hold in my gaze.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Where is she? She can take a shot from there. Acha. What can she do? She can do voice command. If I do it to him, maybe he'll miss his
Isn't this
attack.
a job for the serfs?
I forgot about the gunner's existence.
Show me what you've got.
I got a little bit distracted. Well, good. He missed anyway. Okay, let's keep doing this. She's our big damage dealer. Oh, I can't see her. So Tomato could run in. A little bit concerning. Oh, he's bleeding. Oh yeah, so actually this is perfect, isn't it? Yeah, suffers damage. Okay. Yeah, so actually this is kind of perfect for him to use this then. Get back in the fight.
Suits my purposes.
Okay, so he's removed bleeding. I gave him some health. They do a voice of command. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Can I move up further? No. Alright, let's just move over here. We can do a voice of command for... Oh, we can't? Alright, let's go to
My
Abelard.
tactics are flawless.
I'm halfway through your lore videos. Got to the point you start talking about the disrupted soul cycle and the seven more mysteries of Tainted Grail. You say how, due to the disrupted cycle, new children are born dead in the homelands. Is that why we see no children in Tainted Grail video game? I think the reason there's no children is just because, you know, in typically in RPGs, many times they don't have kids, like you know, that they don't depict them. As far as I know, children can be born in Avalon. They can't be born on the continent in the homelands, though. So Avalon is, you know, where the weirdness is. The continent and the homelands is where all of humanity is originally from. So that place is where children can't be born. And they're born dead and stuff.
I don't have time for this.
Man, I can't make him activate. Okay, we'll have it be Cassia.
Too easy.
Okay, hold my gaze again.
Forge ahead.
As duty demands.
Oh, he's dead. Oof. Okay. Well, luckily no one died, so that's a good thing. Whew. Alright. So what I probably want to do is some healing with
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
with
Sins
Argento.
hidden in the heart turn all to decay. The pain will subside.
My frail organics required it.
Injuries will not slow me. Carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
Okay. And there's tons of loot over there. Okay. Yeah, the soul cycle isn't like super delved into, but what we do know is that,
It's about time.
like, essentially that the heart of Tuathan is the crucible that makes it work, but at the same time, I think there is a question if it's possible that the Isle of the Dead, aka the Island Asylum, has some kind of an involvement in that. Yeah. Figured out they just didn't have children like various other studios, but recently, as of the lore videos, I was wondering if there's actually a lore reason. Yeah, I think it's just that they didn't do it. They probably didn't make the children models. For some reason, I thought that there was one child, but maybe I'm wrong. But there are children in, like, the board game. Let's see, so I can head back. We'll just go forward. In fact, one of the first quests you get is a very sad one. One of my friends, when we first played it, it was very disturbing, but basically, you accidentally, get partially controlled by the Stag Father, and it's like one of the first things that happens to you in the game. And you end up like getting tons of food, and you don't know exactly how that happened, and then you find out later that you apparently transformed and like into some kind of a werewolf-like being, and killed and ate all the children in a village. So It was very sick. But yeah, my friend was very like, "Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Like, why they made? I had no idea. Now I just feel terrible that I slept here. I didn't know that was gonna happen." But yeah, I know. I know it's terrible. And then it's like, because then everyone's looking for their kid. Hey, where did you see her? Where's this person? Whatever. And it's just like, what happened, but it's like you don't say anything. But yeah, pretty rough. Lord Captain, Private Camille Regius. No. I'm ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. You can set out for the command center. Nice. 30 experience. The success-to-failure ratio of combat objectives completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise a local ruler to seek the fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor maniples. Your uniform looks odd on you soldiers if it belongs to someone else. Apologies, your lordship. It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left, and it isn't always the right size. Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You're hiding something behind beaming hues of faith and loyalty. Fear, I guess. In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for. I'm not done with life just yet. Okay. How do you make it out alive? The Emperor protected me. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by the commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others had already died. The Emperor rest their souls. Okay, what can you tell me about the insurgency? Ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship Caligos Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They're all heretics deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored. The guilty will be punished. Okay. Let's go. Yes, your lordship. Let's take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk. Oh, it sure feels like I'm about to get ambushed, but okay.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
Get more goods. Attack use guaranteed. Love to see that.
Successful.
Oops. Okay. Alright, so we can just observe the door. The door does not budge and may be blocked by rebel. Okay. Whoops, wrong way. Got turned around. There we go.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oof. Disarm.
How dare you?
Okay, I guess she stepped over it to disarm it. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's see. Man, Cassia is not looking good now.
Color the uncolored.
So what's wrong with her now? Broken ribs? Action points are reduced by 1. Strength and toughness are reduced. Well, that's okay. Whoops. Okay. Waiting for the ambush. Please follow me. Hey, potato. You've arrived at your destination. Now you'll die. For Aurora and the final dawn. Yes. We totally knew this was gonna happen.
Submit and you'll die quickly.
Yes.
Purge them.
You've been ambushed, so right, don't get to choose where I go. Let's see. If I do a lidless gaze, yeah, I don't hit my allies. I get 2 kills. Yeah.
I'm not accustomed. Try to die with grace, at least.
Okay.
I'm afraid not.
Can't use... Okay. What else do I want to do? I only have 1 action point left. Could give it to Pascal, or who's next? Let's give it to Argenta, I guess.
Isn't
I
this
am
a job
having
for the
fun,
serfs?
Potato. It is a fun game. One of the best. I do have a lot of fun with it.
I'll do it.
Let's run and gun and try to get into a nice, good old position to take some clean shots. They're already almost half gone after this round, so... Alright. Yeah, we should get rid of this free starter rebel.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Eradicated.
Ooh, nice. She's good.
As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
That trooper did nothing. Love to see it. There you go. Just 6 left already. Okay, let's take some shots. Guess 15 is the best we got.
My place
You're
is at the
hungry?
fort.
You
Over
need
there.
to eat, Potato. Did you forget to eat? Let's
I
surrender.
will do my duty.
Scared yet?
Fire starter. That's not good to see. Scary. Okay, what do we have? We have 1 down there, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 over there. Okay. Machine spirit banishment. You're out of bread? Oh no, have the lettuce sandwiches. Can't even make a sandwich? Make a lettuce sandwich, right? That's what you told me to do. Let's do the let's do the machine spirit communion. That gives us all benefit.
Running binary override.
You did tell me to eat a lettuce sandwich, for the record. Making fun of you. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just telling you to do what you told me to do, okay?
Advancing. Significant value.
Okay. Adira can go, but she can't get into the best position. Probably. Yeah, they're way out of range. Well, they could move over here.
discern the future on the battlefield.
So a forewarning for Pascal. Okay.
Let's make it quick.
Yeah, these rebels are going to get a lot of trouble. Alright, let's give Argenta her shot.
Doubtest for each strike is a
You kept
prayer.
saying this and that is unhealthy and too many calories, so just eat a lettuce burger. Okay. I don't know what to even say. Untrue.
Already done.
You were talking about, okay, you were said that you like to eat fries raw,
Suits my purposes.
right? And then you said, oh yeah, well, I'll eat it with ice cream. So I said that, well, that's unhealthy. I wasn't attacking you, I swear. Alright, let's do our group attack. Which one is it? Lidless? Yeah, can get at least a kill.
If I may, let us see what I found.
Alright. Let's give ourselves a voice. Oh no, we can't. Voice command on Pascal.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Did you have run and gun? No. Alright, let's go here. As far as we
the Emperor
can.
commands, I act.
Lettuce instead of bun and 2 slices of tomatoes in between. That's a salad. Okay, that's a salad. Potato.
Faith without none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Man, she's good. Deadly. Okay. We can do a brace up ahead. Brace front back.
Aesthetically sound approach.
Okay, then we can also do an endure.
At your beck and call.
Might as well take some shots. I think technically within range? No, probably not. No. Okay. So where are they? There's one there. Yeah. And one on the other side. Okay. Single shot. I have a chance to get some hits. Yeah, let's go for the multi.
My vow is to serve.
But it's true, Potato. You're just telling me to eat a salad.
Request approved.
Okay, let's do expose weakness.
Running binaric override.
She can't really do too much. Ooh. They hit him. Missed him. Can you disarm this? No. You can take some shots, may as well. Yeah, let's let him activate, I suppose. Yeah, Argenta can't see them. $32. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to step on a trap. But I might have to. Can I hold my gaze? No, if I just step here, can I do hold my gaze? I can. Yeah, let's try it. I can do run and gun. Okay.
Rejoice in battle!
Ah. She missed. Bummer. There you go. So they're both half dead. Allard can't really do too much. Again, I don't want to step on a trap. I don't even have a chance to get a hit. Just do endure.
Victory is imminent.
Whoops. Oh, that's fine. What can you do? Dismantling attack. Exploit on enemies. Dismantling. Okay. Can you not shoot them now? You can no longer target them. Alright, I guess we can do it from there.
Forward.
Alright, so he needs one more hit. Can we do this Psychic Shriek? Psychic Shriek from there? No, and no. Yeah, I can't quite get within range. This is just the slow burn.
Nothing I can't do.
Okay. Give Argenta a shot.
Not a problem for me.
She can then take a shot.
Doubt is for the weak.
Nice. Let's let her activate and shoot as many times as she wants.
This is
Oh, you can't see
unacceptable.
him. Oh, what? You see him from there? Doesn't seem like she can see him from anywhere. But from over here? There we go.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Oof. Okay, the wounded young man looks at you spitefully and hisses. Your victory means nothing. Aurora will come for you. And even if she doesn't, no one will escape the final dawn. Right. Updating data catalog. The characteristic tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rekad Minoris to run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance or negligence. It can only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. This phenomenon is depressing. Who's Aurora in Final Dawn? Aurora is the hidden truth. No one is worthy of seeing her face, but those who are loyal to her will stand by her side at the hour of the final dawn that will consume all. They will, but not you. You are an enemy of Aurora, and so you will be vanquished. Okay. Finish the wounded man. Death to heretics and traitors. I do not fear death at the hands of filthy dogs, mired in their own lies. Take my soul, Aurora. Shablam. Nice. Okay. So, I'm positive there's probably tons of loot all over the place. Got some goods there. Nice. Let's disarm this. Hopefully this was worth it.
Duty prevails.
Yeah. Who knows how damaging that would have been? Okay. We going through here? Hard to tell, actually. Looks like there's a lot of fire.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Okay.
Never doubt me.
I never did. Okay.
I am registering numerous losses among combat and civilian units. There is a high probability that these values would be lower under a more competent leadership.
Okay.
Numerous losses among combat and civilian units. Do you mean dead people, Megos? People die in droves everywhere, every minute, under all kinds of leadership. If you tried to count them all, you might fry the cogitator in your skull.
Wild investment.
Okay.
A new challenge for me?
Well, I guess I'll just walk in. They all seem to be just sitting there. They get the drop on them.
Your cries of mercy.
Okay.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Corpse starch? Excuse you? Corpse starch. Okay. Interesting. Alright, Argenta. Cassia can go here. Tomato, where's Pascal? Okay, he's too far in the back. Dear, I can't quite get in the right position. Okay.
Let's get to it.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Man. Well, it's gonna be perfect for Cassia to just butcher them, but okay. Yeah, because they're gonna die, dead. Who's not gonna die? I guess the gunners, they're not gonna die. Can you even see them from here? No, you can't. Yeah, I guess she's not exactly in the best position for this. She could just run out here. Okay, let's just do that.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Yeah, because we're about to be activating.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay. I guess I could run back just to be safe.
Out of my way.
Alright, she's about to have a field day. Yep, let's do the lidless. That's a lot of kills. That wounds all the guys in the back, too.
Emperor, give me
They had
strength.
7. Now they're at
The
2.
fury of House Orcelio.
Man. That was a huge hit. See a voice of command, I guess
I
the
am a
Abelard.
navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, so I can whack this guy. Sweep, brutal strike. What's the difference? Single target? This one isn't single target. Okay.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Vulnerability analysis successful.
Alright, so we can kill him with the thingy. Manipulator push.
Vital function successfully terminated.
Yeah. Just end it there. All we've left is a gunner. I think if I have her
Too easy.
activate, she can do the lidless eye again, or can you see him with this? Yeah, you can.
Isn't this a job for this
Did kill him.
foe painted
did.
black?
Nice. Okay. We got our goods. Who's this? That the Emperor? Maybe it is. I got. Go down. I don't know if I want to. Whew. Well, this is the longest mission yet. Clear a path. Okay, tech use. Pascal has
This
totally
explorator
got
is
it.
blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright, that's pretty good. +5 toughness, too. It's a really good weapon. Or armor, sorry. Okay. So, guys. As much as I'm loving this
I'll
game,
lay claim to the
I'm
stars.
gonna have to stop here, because it is about 1 o'clock. I have a little bit of stuff to do. Oh, something to loot. Love it. So yeah, I don't have enough time to do another fight. So I'm gonna be ending it here. I have all this loot to grab. I might do some of this stuff off screen just because I like the game. And try to figure out what I want to do for my team. But yeah, I'm going to be finishing up in a minute here, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. For those of you who have been lurking and have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It is so very helpful for the channel. We're inching closer to 1,000 subscribers, which still, to this day, blows my mind. It's insane. So please join. It's awesome. We have such a lovely crew in the in the chat every single time I stream, from Potato to Kid Childs to Masha to Phantom, who drops by sometimes. All of you guys, Clockwork. I love all you guys, and yeah. I do lore videos on Tainted Grail. I do playthroughs during the week, and I stream 4 times a week. You can see my stream schedule in the description, but tomorrow I'm streaming starting around 7 o'clock EST, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. See you later. Bye bye.